Hello guys, I hope you're all doing great. My name is Victor, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down the freebie content system which helped me generate multiple six figures with my very own online audience. Okay, so here are just some screenshots so you guys can see how the system looks like. So over here, just with these two posts alone, I was able to generate over here 13,000 comments, which is essentially 13,000 leads. And then with this post, 23,000 comments, which is another 23,000 leads. So just with these two pieces of content alone, I was able to generate around 36,000 leads going towards my funnel using this exact same freebie strategy. Okay, so it works very, very well. And essentially from these pieces of content, using this freebie strategy, they would go into this short automation message, which is over here. And then from this automation message, we were able to secure a lot of sales, as you can see on screen. So here is just some proof to show you guys how well this content system really works and why you guys should apply it into your own business as well if you want to start printing cash as well. So the plan for this video is going to be breaking down exactly what this freebie strategy is all about, why it works so well, how you can convert freebie leads into booked calls. I'll show you guys my exact freebie booking script, and then I'm going to show you guys how you can plug and play it into your very own business. So right now in the market, if you guys look at all of the biggest influencers, all of the biggest creators on the market, everyone uses this freebie strategy. You can see over here, Jay Valzen, he generated 50,000 comments, and you guys can see comment free for a free video training on how to do blah, blah, blah. This is the exact same strategy I'm going to be showing you guys. Devin, he generated almost 20,000 comments with this strategy. Again, had a CTA towards a freebie, towards a free lead magnet, and even Nathan Nazareth as well. Almost 100,000 comments from this strategy as well. You can see, comment the word guide, and I'll send you over whatever it may be, right? So this is essentially what the biggest creators and coaches are using in the market right now to generate an unlimited goldmine of leads for their offer, okay? And yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how you can create this for yourself. So let's dive into it. So first of all, what actually is this freebie strategy? Well, it's actually very, very simple. The only thing you want to do is essentially every time that you post IG Reels or IG posts, it can work on either or. All you want to do is just simply add a CTA where your audience needs to comment a keyword in order to get something for free. Right? So that's all you need to do. Just create your normal content, and then at the very end of every piece of content you create, just add a CTA where they have to comment a keyword. And this will also help you increase the engagement of your content, which will help you push your content out further into the algorithm and show your profile to more people, as well as it will help you generate leads. So essentially, once people comment this keyword, you want to give your audience something for free in return. So this can be a VSL, which is the most common one. And if you guys do want to have a whole video which goes over how you can create your own VSL, then I've also got that on my YouTube channel, so you can watch it after this video. It can be a course, an ebook. If you're a fitness coach, it can be a diet plan. It could be a workout plan. It could be an editing pack. If you're a content creator, it could be a script, a system, whatever you feel like is going to be beneficial to your audience that they will want to actually comment the keyword to receive. You essentially want to give it to them in return. Okay, and what this is going to help do is automatically start conversations in the DM. And once someone is in your DMs already, it's going to be a lot easier to spark a conversation with them, as your message doesn't get left in the requests as thousands of messages do, because you've already provided them some value upfront as well. So it's going to be a lot easier to then convert that conversation into a booked call. So yeah, this is essentially the freebie strategy. It's very, very simple. And this is literally the exact same strategy that these guys use to generate these insane results. And this is the exact same strategies that I used in order to generate these kind of results, right? So yeah, let's dive in even further and talk about why it works so well. Okay, so a lot of the times, if someone is already interested in a free resource or something for free which you're offering, they're most likely going to be interested in your paid service. You just haven't made them realize that they actually need it yet. Okay, so you will get a lot of leads that will automatically book with you just by going through the funnel naturally. But if you want to really maximize this freebie strategy, you need to also be nurturing them further in the DMs. So after they get your freebie, you need to continue the conversation and figure out their current situation, their pain points, and then book them into a call. Or at the very least, just nurture them further so that in the future they can book a call with you, right? So don't just leave them with the freebie and then just leave them with that. That will get you a couple of sales, that will get you a couple of calls. But if you do really want the most insane results from this strategy, you really need to be messaging every single person and following up with every single person that actually inquires about your free lead magnet, okay? And here is going to be the exact script which I used myself to convert all of these leads, as you can see over here, into booked calls. Well, not every single one of them, but a large majority of them, okay? And this exact strategy literally helped us book around 5 to 10 calls per day on autopilot. So I want you guys to apply the same script for your freebie magnet, and you'll see how many book calls you can book as well, okay? So step one, after you send them the freebie, is essentially exploring their current situation and understanding where they're at right now in their life or in their business, if they're an existing business owner, right? So you can just say something like, what call you're interested in the free training, by the way. Oh, okay, that's cool. And how's it going for you so far? How long have you been running the biz for, etc., etc. Okay, you want to basically start off very, very chill, very low key, and just find out a bit more about where they're at. Okay, now once you've explored their current situation, you understand a bit more about where they're at. Step two is actually finding a pain point. There's a reason why they requested the free training or the resource that you give, is because they have some sort of pain point. So you basically want to explore that. So, nice man, I've also got some more free resources I can send potentially. Is there anything else in particular you need extra help with? Or, yeah, that can definitely be a challenge. Would you say that's the biggest obstacle for you right now? Right? So over here, you're basically probing them, you're exploring that pain point even further, and you're basically getting them to open up to you a little bit more about their struggles in their life or their business, whatever it is that you're selling, right? And once you've found that pain point, you then want to transition into the authority frame. And this is where you basically show yourself as an authority, and you show yourself as someone who is able to help them solve that problem. So, for example, yeah, man, I remember this used to be a huge issue for me too, but I was able to solve it with unique mechanism. And here's where you basically input how you were able to solve that problem. Or alternatively, you can also say, how long have you had this problem for so far, and what have you tried to do to solve it? Okay, so over here, you're basically exploring a bit more about this problem, and you're showing yourself as an authority, as someone who's already solved this problem for themselves already, so that they can see that you also have the authority to help them solve the problem as well. And once they see you as an authority, you want to try and transition into that booked call as soon as possible, because that's where you can really provide more value to them, and also that's where you can eventually try and sell them, right? So you can transition with something like this, in a very casual way, in a way where you want to provide more value, not just try and sell them, right? So you know what, man, instead of sending you more resources, why don't we just jump on a quick call and discuss this in more detail? Would you be open to that? Okay, and this basically position you in a way where if they do want extra help, and if they do want to try and solve their problem, then they need to jump on that call with you in order to get that problem solved. Okay, so you're not sending them any more resources yet. Okay, you're only basically putting this as like almost a bait in order to get them on that booked call, and then on that booked call is where you can give them even more value, and you can actually help them even further through your paid service. Okay, and then once you propose the book call, you then want to go into follow up. So this is in case they don't book the call yet. You send them the link and they might not respond yet, or they haven't booked yet. You then want to go to the follow-up. So let me know, man. If not, all good. Just want to see how I can help further. Or, are you down? I just want to see how I can help you spread more value, or how I can spread more value, because I know this could really help you like it helped me in the past. I haven't seen anything come through yet. Is everything good on your end? Let me know if you're still open to this, and if not, then all good. I just thought you were eager to get this solved, right? So very casual follow-up. We don't want to force them on a call, because at the end of the day, they should want to jump on that call with you if they want to get their problem solved. So you don't want to be too pushy with this follow-up. You want to keep it very open-ended, and you want to keep it in a way where you only want to jump on a call with them to provide more value, right? Because that's what's going to want to get them on a call. They don't want to feel like they're going to be getting sold to. So you want to position this call, and you want to position the follow-up in a way where it's only beneficial to them and not you, right? And then on the actual call itself, that's when you can actually dive into your sales scripts, and you can flip the script and start actually selling them and see if they are a good potential fit for your team. But in the DMs, you want to keep it very open-ended, so there is as little sales resistance as possible. And once they book, you then want to go into the post-booking process. And this is super, super important. A lot of coaches, once they book a call, they just leave that lead to dry for the next week until the call comes. And that's one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Your job isn't finished until they show up to the call. It's not when they book the call, it's when they show up to the call. So you need to make sure that you're continuing interaction with them even after they book the call, so that they can see that you're not only trying to get them into a call and then you just stop talking to them, but they can see that you're actually genuinely interested in getting to know them, and you're interested in them as a person. So after they book the call, you can just continue some small talk. This could be something like, how's life in your country? I've heard good things about it. I was thinking about visiting myself one day. That's always an easy way to do small talk. It's just refer back to their country. and kind of talk a bit more about that. If you have any other common interests that you might have talked about beforehand, you can also mention that. And then after the small talk, you basically want to make sure that they have watched the post-booking video. Okay, and this is going to be part of your funnel. I also have another video on my YouTube channel where I talk about 3 things you can apply into your business in order to increase your show up rate. And in that video is where I go into even more detail on this post-booking process, the post-booking video, the post-booking sequence. So if you do want to find out more details about that, feel free to check that video out as well after this video. But for the meantime, just to keep the video brief and just to keep it, short, that's essentially step 6, is that post-booking process, and making sure that they watch the post-booking video before they jump on a call with you, just to, number 1, increase their show up rate, and number 2, to put them in the highest possible position to actually buy from you and to make them serious about this call. Okay, and that is essentially the 6-step process that you can do yourself. And then step 7 is going to be to hire a setter. Okay, like once you start hitting this kind of volume, once you start having 100,000 comments or 18,000 comments or 50,000 comments or, even like a couple thousand comments, you want to hire an appointment setter that is going to do all of this messaging for you, so that you as the business owner can just focus on taking the calls, doing the marketing, and also doing the fulfillment. Okay, you want to have someone that's in the DMs every single day, that's, getting all of these people from your free lead magnet into a book call. And that is how you can scale this with more volume, because there's only so much that you can do as a one-man team, doing your content, doing the messaging, doing the sales calls, doing the fulfillment, doing the marketing. It's going to be too much for you to actually make this effective. So once you do start getting into a steady flow with this, you want to definitely hire an appointment setter to just help you outsource all of this, so that you can focus on the tasks that will help you move the needle forward in your business. So that's basically this freebie content system summarized. It's not only going to give you more engagement, it's going to give you more nurtured leads, and it's going to help you make a lot more money. So if you are a creator or a coach, I definitely recommend to apply this freebie content system into your business, and you're going to see for yourself that you'll get a lot more engagement, you get a lot more nurtured and high quality leads jumping on those calls, and that in itself is going to result to more sales and more money. And if you are a creator or coach and you want to work with me directly to help you start or scale your very own coaching business, then feel free to check out the top line of the description, where you can book a call with me and my team, and we can discuss a bit more about how we can help you. We do this on a pay and results basis, so you only pay us once we help you scale. So if that does sound interesting, then feel free to book below. If not, then all good, guys. Just leave a subscribe, leave a like for more videos like this, where I'll just share free insights like this to help you scale your business for free. And yeah, other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Take care.